Hello, Enid. I'm Derrick Silas, the Director of Communications for the City of Enid, and with me today is Scott Morris, our Assistant City Manager. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks, Derrick. I'm glad to be on today. I've spent a lot of time outside lately, and man, it sure did warm up last week. Warmed up a lot. I was riding with some friends on my bicycle, rode all over town, and noticed, if you haven't noticed, the wheat harvest is in full swing, and so I was just thinking about that before we started, just to throw a reminder out there to be looking for that, to be extra cautious, to watch for truck traffic and farm implements, especially on the outskirts of town. This is always a unique time of year in Enid that's fun to be a part of and fun to watch, but it's also can be dangerous. So just watch out for that and try to have a little more patience with those guys.
Yeah. And we want to welcome everybody to our city update, weekly city update. And while you're on that subject about construction, we do have a lot of construction going on, road construction, other types of construction going on in the community. Let's talk about some of the ones that are starting today. Today we have a few things opening as far as construction, that is, closing down for construction.
Yeah. Looks like that today there is some work on Cleveland and Garriott, or over there at the district. So that would be from Cleveland on Garriott going to the east, that southbound, I guess that would be the southbound lane of Garriott right there at the district. They've got that shut down to work on some progress there that we're going to be seeing at the district, where the Jiffy Trip's going to be in, and prospective movie theater, and some fun things like that. So that's one of the things that's starting today. Another thing that is shut down is Chestnut and Oakwood. Many of you are aware that light's been flashing, and that's going to be shut down for several hours later today to do some maintenance and repair on that stoplight. And then those of you north of town on U.S. Highway 81, especially those in the Chisholm School District, right there on southbound 81 as it turns onto State Highway 45, Carrier Road towards Chisholm High School. They're going to be expanding that and giving a turn lane and doing some work there. So that'll be great progress for that area of town. And those are some of the things going on today construction-wise. Another thing that is, it's not road construction, but another thing that starts today is Enid Court is back in session today. And so June the 8th, if you've got a court date, you do have court today, so you might want to make sure if you're confused about that, give a call to 616-7265 and make sure you've got your right court date ready to go. But the court is back in session, so that is another thing happening today.
Very good. Very good updates. And of course, this is summertime, so this is a time where everybody's glad to stretch out and get on trails, have some water or park recreation. So let's talk about the splash pads and the pool. When is the splash pads opening?
Splash pads are open today.
Yep.
So if you are hot out there and you need to cool off, go to the splash pads. They're open. They should be open Monday through Friday.
I think I want to say it's 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. So they're open. We got them open. Come get on the splash pads.
And then, of course, the swimming pool will open soon. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to open next Tuesday. Correct?
Next Tuesday is correct. The pool will be open. It will be a little more limited. As far as I know right now, the deep end may be closed. I think they've removed the chairs. They may be allowing some, if you bring your own chair to go into the pool. And the hours, I'm just going to read it off of this sheet so I can get it right, but the open swim is Tuesday through Saturday, 12 noon to 1:45, and then again 2 p.m. to 3:45, and then a third session from 4 p.m. to 5:45. And if I'm reading it right, you'll need to exit and be readmitted in between each one if you wanted to stay in between those times. And then there's an aqua cardio group that is Tuesday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7. So that's available, and then a lap swim, 11 a.m. to noon, Tuesday through Friday for laps. Okay. So that is the schedule. They've got it pulled up there if you would like to take a look at it. So,
And it looks like, according to their press release, that the pool is going to be limited to 100 patrons at a time, and they will not. And I think they want everyone to bring their own clothing, already come dressed, because I don't think they will be utilizing the restrooms for anything other than actual, other
yeah,
things, not just dressing. So
very good.
yeah. So we know one of the things that to get involved with city business, we always encourage people to come to the study sessions and the commission meetings, and they're usually first and the third Tuesday of each month. So which means there'll be one next week coming up. Do you have any ideas? Is there any talks of what's going to be on the study session or the commission meeting as of now?
The study session is pretty well set. There are 4 topics that will be covered during the study session. The first is we were looking for a way to get the trail system connected and get people across Meadow Lake. So we're trying to,
Okay.
open up the south and the north part of Meadow Lake to get people across. And there's a low water crossing that's been designed and been talked about and was tabled at one of the last sessions. And so it's going to be brought up in study session again and look at that option of how do we get across Meadow Lake and how can we continue our trail system. Because the next one designed goes from Meadow Lake on the south part towards Vance Air Force Base.
Yes.
And everybody's going to be excited for that trail connection. But once we connect it to Meadow Lake, we have to connect it to the rest of the trails. So this low water crossing is important. So that's one of the things we'll be talking about. Another is we have contacted a designer that has designed really good looking trail signs for our trail system. I'm really proud of our trail system in Enid. I use it. I know a lot of other people that utilize it as well. And we have some exciting trail signs that we're going to be putting up. And hopefully on the 16th we'll have a mock-up of what an actual sign is going to look like, all of the materials and textures, what the sign looks like. I've looked at several in Oklahoma City personally and done some research, and our community will be very proud of the signs that we put together for our sign, for our trails. And on top of that, they look very professional, but they're easy for us to construct and less expensive than some other options. So very good win. Another topic that we're going to talk about is limb cleanup and what our progress has been on limb cleanup. I think maybe we'll talk about that later on in this broadcast.
Well, just tell me about it.
So our limb cleanup. So this week, what we're going to focus on is from US 81, from Van Buren, going to the west to Cleveland. So that section, and then on the south border will be O&K Garrett, and we're going to work up to Chestnut. And so we're going to be working on that section during this week, get as much as we can cleaned up, and move on to the next section. And we'll try to announce and try to put forward some press releases forward, just letting people know what areas that we'll be working in. And that's what we're going to focus on this week, is that little area there. There are over 660 work orders that we currently have. We have 2 clamshell trucks, 2 clamshell truck operators. And so this is going to take a few days. It's going to take a few weeks. So please try to be patient with us during this time. You can call in to 616-7300 through June the 12th, this Friday, to talk about or report what limbs that you might have out front. And then another way that's very easy for us and hopefully easy for you is the C-Click Fix option. That makes it easy for the solid waste people to get your limbs reported, and hopefully it's easier for you if you've downloaded the app. It's pretty simple to use. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about for the study session is this grant, DCIP grant, which is a Defense Communities Infrastructure Pilot Program grant. So this is to the Department of Defense, and it will be towards our Caw Lake Water Project. And it is a very high dollar grant that we're hoping to get awarded, and that will help our taxpayers. If we get a nice grant, that'll be less money we have to borrow towards the project. So
Awesome.
Looking for that. That's what we've got going on in the study session.
Okay, that is all wonderful news.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know we're working on some more projects, and one of the projects is the skate park. Can you update us on the progress of that?
Yeah. So we've got a designer, and we've got someone that's going to build it for us, and we're having a meeting, I believe tomorrow at 10 o'clock. well, that's the park board meeting, and I think there's another meeting on Wednesday with some of the park board and some local skaters and things like that. And they've got the new skate park designed at 75%. So we're going to start looking through their design, make any final comments, and they should have a final design to us by the end of June. And at the July the 7th study session, we should have final design and approval. And if things are on schedule and work as we're wanting them to do, we may have a new skate park in Enid before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, very good.
We were talking about skate parks. Now, other parks, for instance, Meadow Lake Park, that's where the nonprofit or the club, Kiwanis Club, runs a lot the trains, the Ferris wheel, the carousel, and the toddler car and train rides, which is, everybody loves those.
Yeah.
It looks like when is this opening? When is the beginning of the opening for that?
Kiwanis are set for this Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. Thursday through Sunday. They should be up and running. They're ready to go. The concession stand and the concession stand and the mini golf is open Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 p.m. and Saturday and Sundays from 3 to 10. And then the boats have a little bit different schedule. If you want the paddle boats, they are open Thursday and Friday from 6 to 9, and Saturday and Sunday from 3 to 9. The paddle boats, so they'll be open too.
Okay, awesome. I know people are glad that it was really hot, like you said, today and this weekend in the 90s. So it was a good time to get out into the parks. So that will continue. So it's good that they have quality of life issues like that they can participate in. Now, coming up, the holiday, Independence Day, 4th of July, some people may call it. How's that celebration how's that coming? We're still gonna have it?
Yes, sir. We're still planning on 4th of July at Meadow Lake. Fireworks as usual, and right now the plan is to have the symphony as usual as well. Hopefully that will work out. I know that Doug Newell, the symphony director, is working on Plan B if he can't have the symphony there for some type of reason. But we are planning on having 4th of July, and I don't know if it's been announced, but we're going to try to make sure we have our fishing derby on the 4th of July as well. So it should be up and running and good to go. So 4th of July is on.
Will they still be having the celebration, the carnival? Will they still be having hot dogs or hamburgers? Do you know of that?
I haven't heard about that.
Okay.
I can find out. I don't know if you know the answer. Go ahead, but I haven't heard.
I have not. I talked to the parks director last week, and they were still in the works. So even though it's there on the website, that we may not have that part. There's a lot of COVID issues. It just depends on a lot of factors. So I'll get an update probably later on this week. And Monday we can update Monday.
And the
next Monday.
Kiwanis should be out there. The park rides should be open during the 4th of July ceremony. So.
Okay. One other thing, as far as speaking of polycarts, we put a video out about polycarts last week. We kind of updated it. Can you tell me about the video and tell me about the holiday schedule?
Sure. That video that was just put out, that we made that a few years ago, and that was a fun project to make back when I was solid waste supervisor. Just an interesting way to communicate with the community, but yeah, there are a lot of different things going on with the polycarts. We want you to put them out there and have them be picked up, and we want to protect your property, and we want to make it run efficiently. And so, watch that video. It was a lot of fun to make. There's a holiday schedule on there that talks about how we do holidays, and since we do our green carts on Monday, we changed that up to make it less complicated, because most of the holidays fall on Monday, and so it's just as simple as if you've got a green cart and there's a holiday, put it out with your regular trash. We'll get it picked up, and if there's a holiday that's on a Thursday like Thanksgiving, just go to the City of Enid website and look, and we will have your trash day on the schedule. We'll try to put out press releases ahead of time, and so look for when your trash day is, and we will try to make sure you get taken care of.
And I imagine because the Independence Day will be on a Saturday, the city office will be closed that Friday, which is July 3rd. So I'm sure that means that the schedule will be altered that week. Friday's trash will be changed for that week.
Yeah, most likely it will. I have not looked at it to see what day it is, but usually the following Monday, so probably that July the 3rd, that trash will probably be picked up the next Monday. So
July 6th.
it will be on the schedule
Yeah.
to look, double check.
Okay, very good. And I want to remind residents, speaking of the trash route and what have you, also if you have downloaded the SeeClickFix app and or registered on the website at enid.org/request center, you can get the notifications actually of all of the press releases. Anytime there's a holiday trash route change, it'll automatically come to your phone as well. So I just want to remind the residents about that. Is there any other thing that you need to update us on? I think we covered a variety of things here.
Yeah, we're always busy in the city of Enid. There's always something going on, and just like I said at the beginning, just be careful out there. There's a lot of extra traffic from our farmer friends bringing in their wheat crop. So be watching out for that, and let us know if there's something that we can do for you. If there's something that I can do for you, just shoot me an email, give me a contact, call me.
Okay.
Always willing to listen.
There's one more question here. Do you know about the library? Is it open now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the library's open. I'm sure you can check. I think that it's just the typical regular hours that it has been. And so I'm sure that information is available on the webpage. So feel free to go check some books out and go hang out at the library.
Okay. Appreciate you for coming today.
You bet. Thank
And
you.
thank you, Enid, for coming every Monday to our website for Facebook to see the updates. From now on, every Monday at 1:30 it won't be a COVID update unless we need to talk about that. But we will be giving a weekly just update for what's going on in city business. We'll keep you updated. You can always give your questions to us at innovation@enid.org, or you can come to our Facebook page and message us with a question that we can have on that Monday. Our Garfield County Health Department will be now meeting bi-weekly or once a month. It just depends on the level of what we need to talk about when it comes to COVID. So you can join us here on some Fridays for an update from the Garfield County Health Department. But weekly, on Mondays, the assistant city manager or the city manager will be here. So thank you for joining us and have a good day.